Black Serpent Clan in the Temple of the Abyss. This is Brother Necro Cannon. What I'm going to be doing this morning is showing you some warm-up techniques before you start doing your Qigong and or your Tai Chi. So first off, we're going to go ahead and just start off with some air cleansing, which is going to cleanse the upper respiratory system. And then I'll show you the other workout, the other warm-up stuff as we go along. So start off, what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in deep through our nose, and we're going to breathe out twice through our mouths. And what we're going to do is lean our head back when we breathe in, and then breathe out. You want to make sure that you're leaning all the way forward when you're breathing out. That way you completely release your lungs. So we're going to do it for a set of 7. So 1, 2, 3. The reason why I'm going all the way down and I'm pushing out the lungs, I'm pushing all the air out of my lungs, is so that way I can have old air out and fresh air in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Now, also after each practice, what we're going to do is rebalance out our energy. So from just doing the cleansing of the air, we're going to breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. When you're breathing in and when you're lifting up, see your energy as the black flame, and you're breathing in the black flame. And when you're breathing out the black flame, but the smoke of the black flame is what you're breathing out. So you're breathing in good energy, releasing the old energy. Next thing of what we're going to do now is go ahead and loosen up the body, which is just with some light shaking. So we're going to shake like this. We're going to turn to the sides in the same instant. Go ahead and work that out. And what you're doing by bouncing and moving the body, you're loosening up all the joints and tense places in your body. And as well, with you rotating like this, you're also stretching out portions of your back as well too that you need. So if you're wanting to go ahead and do like that, so we're just going to get ourselves nice and limber. You know, if you're ever having your children to go ahead and do something like this, they're going to think this is the most fun part, because they're just thinking, oh yeah, we're just bouncing around, yay. You know, when it actually is getting, helping to get rid of all the tension and stuff in the body. Okay, so now that that's done, now what we're going to do is go ahead and stretch to the sides. In my previous video, in regards to stretching, you see me do this. Like I said, this actually stretches you out. And then the resonance that you'll be getting, because you want to make sure that you're hitting the sides. Make sure that when you rotate, you're hitting. What you're doing is causing sound resonance through your bone structure. Also, with the stretching helps. And you see, I'm going all the way over when I'm stretching. So we'll just do this for a couple more times, just so that way we can make sure that the upper body is nice and relaxed, stretched out. There we go. And like I said, make sure that you're turning completely to the side, all the way. That way you're getting maximum rotation, you're getting maximum pull. Okay, next set. I'm gonna start off like this here, arms out. And then what you're gonna do is one way, you're gonna come back to the middle, and then you're gonna go the other way, stretch all the way out, and come back. So it's also stretching out the arms, working the ball portions of your shoulder blades. You still want to make sure that you're stretching to the side. That way you're getting that stretch. Not only does, when you're stretching this out, not only is it pulling all of this, but as well that twist that you're getting in the end too. That's the other beneficial thing, because you want to keep making sure that you're limber, that you're stretching your body out. So we're going to do this just a couple more times. All right. And breathe in the black flame. Breathe out the smoke. Breathe in the black flame. Breathe out the smoke. Next thing we're going to do is what is called sweeping back. So we're going to start up like this. And then and when on your way back like this, you're going to stretch and you're going to breathe out your nose. So when you come in, breathe in deep, breathe out. You also want to make sure that you're bouncing with this. So bounce up, breathe in, bounce down when you breathe out. So I'm going to do this about 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you start to feel your body warm up, start feeling tingling sensation throughout your body. And all this is just a warm up. But notice to where your body's reacting to it automatically. Like your legs and stuff, not legs, but arms might feel tingling sensation, might feel a little bit tense, especially if you haven't worked out your body like that in a while, you're going to start to feel it. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is go ahead and you're going to rub the middle of your hands because you're activating your hand chakra point. So you're going to rub the middle of your hands. Gonna rub your fingertips, just like this. Gonna pull them, and we're activating the energy in your hand. Now you can have maximum energy flow. And as well, just doing the warm-ups out your peripheral vision, you might see little wisps of smoke come up around you. That's actually your energy. You might see it in the color of white at first. That's your close range psionic energy, and it will be building up over time. The more that you do this, the more that you'll start to see it out your peripheral vision, especially once we get to after each segment of what you do and you're at that stage to where you're doing this to settle your energy, you can literally see it. So now after we activated the hand chakras, what we're gonna do, put the arms out like this in front of you. You're gonna do it like this for a couple of times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. Now what we're gonna do is take your thumbs, put them like this, curl them over, and we're gonna rotate. What this is actually good for is for the people that spend a lot of time on their computers all day. typing and or in the likeness, this rotating the wrist will actually help out your joints. And also keep you, we're also going to go the other way, sorry. After you do that a couple of times, you're going to go in the opposite direction. But what this will actually do is help to fight arthritis, keep it at bay and keep it away for you too. So just to make sure that you rotate, especially since your hands are like that all day on computers and everything else. You barely get a chance to actually, you know, work your arms and stuff out like that. I'm gonna go back one more time just to make sure, since I'm on a computer all day. Now after that, we're gonna go back to this. That way we're working that out. Keep the fingers nice and worked. And now the other thing of what we're gonna do is you're gonna take your palm, you're gonna go like this, and you're gonna stretch. This also helps to pull this area, lightly pull on your fingers, don't pull back too hard, to where you can feel the tense sensation here in the hands is what you want. So you're pulling that. I'm gonna do this one more time. Okay, now we're gonna put our hands back up here again. And we're going to literally throw it behind us like this. So when you're over here, you're going to breathe in. And then when you throw it back, you're going to breathe out through your nose. So. And slowly bring it down. You'll feel all the energy rushing, and you're going to center yourself real quick. And so the other reason why we're breathing in and out of our nose so quickly is because it's fire breathing, and it's fire breathing done on the exercise format. So because with fire breathing, when you're doing like that, that actually helps to cycle out bad air in the lungs, open up your lung capacity, and allow you to breathe easier. So we're going to go back like this again. And then we're going to go back to this pose. Okay, the next thing that what we're going to do is we're going to put your arms out straight, about as straight as what you're able to. You're going to take your left hand, you're going to put it right here, and right where your right above your solar plexus, right to where your upper dantian is. You're going to take your hand, you're going to put it literally just on the back. So that way it's matching with one another. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to breathe in, rotate, breathe out. Make sure that you're turning your hand so that way it curves and you're placing. So what you're doing is cultivating, you're circulating your energy around you, like this is what we're doing. And so We're gonna do this 14 times just so we can get maximum effect. So I'm gonna start off on the other side as well too. So breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is also going to work out your arms. 13. Last time. Awesome. Good, good. Now we're just going to go. And then once again, we're just going to kind of shake a little bit. I had that bounce like they trying to dance with it or something, you know. And this is all just warm up. And see, so what you should be doing now, you should be feeling slightly energized, got a little bit to go, you know what I'm saying? You should be feeling it all in your upper area, especially in your arms. You feel the tingling sensation in your hand. Next thing of what we're gonna do is pushing and pulling. So what you wanna do, I'm gonna have to reposition this. What you wanna do is have your feet out in front of you like this. So what you're gonna do is when you pull back, you're gonna lift this foot up. You're also gonna make sure that that foot's being pushed forward. So you're basically doing like this. Sorry. So as we're going like this, like I was showing you, make sure when you have that front foot out, you're pulling your foot back like this. So when you're leaning back, you're like this. When you're rolling forward, you're pushing down on the front leg, and that heel is coming up behind you. So just like that. And so what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna rock back and forth, kind of like you're in a rocking chair. Make sure that one leg is up front and that other leg is back. So we're gonna rock back and forth, and we're gonna push. And on the leg that you have back is the side to where you're gonna be pulling on. So when you're on that back leg, push forward, pull back. We're gonna do this a couple of times. And so what you're doing is pulling and pushing your energy. Push your energy forward, bring the energy back. So just like how they used to do in ancient times when they were loading up stuff on boats and putting stuff up there. Come back, grab it, push something else up, come back, grab it. So we're just gonna do this a couple more times. And then we're going to switch to the other leg. But when you're doing this, it works out the ball portion of your feet. Actually helps for grounding and stability. And then mind you, everything of what we've been doing, we've been standing in one spot this entire time. So this will help out the legs. Okay, now we're gonna switch. So this leg was forward last time. So this time I'm putting this leg forward. This leg is gonna be back. Same position like how I told you last time. You're gonna rock back and forth. You know, kind of like if a person was getting ready to start running and bolting back and forth. And there you go. On your way back, breathe in. Forward, breathe out. And what you're doing is causing so much air circulation in your lungs. You're allowing for all the old air out. That way all the new air comes in. You're adding more vital energy to you as well too, with the freshness of breath that you're breathing in. And then as well, that will help those that actually breathe very shallow, because you're supposed to do deep breathing. You're not supposed to be doing shallow breathing. Half the time, most people actually don't breathe deeply because you're supposed to deep breathe in from here. And most people are breathing up from here, and that's the issue. And that's when they're like, oh, I'm short of breath and everything else, because you're not actually using your full lung capacity. You're only using half your lung capacity. You're filling up your lungs just enough to add air into them to keep you going. But once you actually do the deep breathing, that's what cleanses out all the pollutants and stuff. So we're just going to keep like this for a little bit longer. And then we'll go to the last couple of things that we're going to do to warm up real quick. So I'm going to do this about 3 more times. 1, 2, 3. Now from doing all of that, you should be really feeling a charge circulating throughout your body. You might be hot, sweating, everything else. Mind you, one spot, we ain't did much of any two movement. It'll already work you out. Okay, next thing of what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the back portion of your neck like this. Make sure that you have it set. You're gonna pull back slightly, about as far as where your head can lean back without it hurting. And then you're gonna rotate forward, do the same thing. You're applying the pressure on your neck, so that way your neck won't feel discomfort. It will stay erect where it's supposed to be. And then you're applying pressure in the correct area, so that way it helps. This also allows for your neck to be more limber, so when you're moving around. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and rotate the neck. So you want to make sure that you do full circular motion on it, all the way down. Make sure that you're not lifting up your shoulder blades when you're trying to bring it up, because you know some people do like that when they're trying to. No, don't do that. Just allow your shoulders to rest. And we're just going to rotate the neck. And you rotate the neck. And you rotate the neck. Oh, yeah. And go the other way. And back this way one more time. This definitely helps out. Keep the neck limber. Keeps the elasticity. And then this will also keep you from having your neck to lock up on you, because, you know, stuff be tight. Now with that, next thing what we're going to do, you're going to put your hand back here. That way you're holding your back. You're going to stand leg with shoulder width apart on your legs. You're going to slightly bend your legs a little bit. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna hula hoop. So you're gonna go just like this and rotate. And what this does, not only does this help out with the lower back, it helps out with your legs, helps out with your pelvic muscles, also allows the elasticity around this part. And then like how it really helps you out, men most definitely, by doing this. Just as a tip, it'll up your game in the bedroom because then your girl think that you throwing your ass in a circle. So just to let you know. But yeah, this actually helps out a lot. So you know how some people are always having hip problems, joint problems, and stuff like this. This keeps that from happening because you're rotating it, so you're forcing the movement versus keeping it locked and keeping it stiff. And then you just want to keep rotating both directions for a little bit too, so that way you can that way it helps a lot. So now next thing we're going to do after doing that, we got them hips worked out, we're going to stay shoulder width apart. And what you're going to do is you're going to turn slowly. You're going to turn your body all the way to the side and then slightly back. So you want pressure to stay on the main leg of what you are on the back. Mind you, my body, the only portion of my body that's moving is the upper portion. The lower portion of my body is not moving at all. Make sure that your lower portion of your body is standing still erect. And then you just turn to the side. And back. Since we've been standing in one spot, the entire time, this is actually going to help with not only enforcing power on your legs, it's going to build up your leg strength, but as well, doing this helps, once again, we're turning the back, so you're doing for the lower back, doing stability in the legs, in the feet too. We're just going to keep turning, we're going to hold. And what we're going to do as we're doing that, in one direction, we're going to breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm going to do this 5 more times. 1. 2. 3. 4. Last time. 5. All right. Let me come back and breathe in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. And then we're just going to shake one more time. Go ahead. Loosen that stuff. All right. Yeah, baby. Do all like that. Last thing we're going to do is you're going to take your arm, put it over one shoulder, and you're going to stretch all the way as far as you can. Hold it for a second. So you should feel all of this stretch that you're pushing down here, and this is also adding more or in length for a turn. So, because some people actually can't turn their neck to the sides like this. This actually helped that out over time, and it allows for that stretch. Do it one more time on each side. All right. I do thank all of you for joining me with this morning warm up. Next couple of videos that I'll do will actually be the different various Tai Chi and Qigong workouts dedicated for us here on the left hand path. So that way you can get the draconic energy flowing in you. But mainly when you're doing your exercises, mind you, you're doing fire breathing throughout the time. So you're purifying the air in your lungs. Anytime that you're breathing in the most powerful, potent energy of what you can imagine, which is for yourself. And or for me, which would be I'm breathing in the black flame. When I'm breathing out, that is the smoke or the residual from the power of what I've taken in from the black flame, just as a use. So once again, I do thank all of you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe so that way we can get the channel to grow. I do thank everyone that has subscribed and that does view the videos. And I want to also say thank you for you being yourself and you taking the time to utilize this to not only increase your health, but so that way you can increase your awareness when you're going through your self-apotheosis. So dark abundance to you all.